Morning. We are working on strategy turn-based role-playing game, kind of like Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, etc. So far, I have the movement range, I have the movement path, we have basic actors, and I think what I need to do right now is I need to move my cursor code into a separate cursor entity, which I already have made, but I just have to adapt it for this project. And anytime we move that cursor, we're going to communicate with the movement area and have it handle that position. I need to be able to move all across the map, even when I'm in this. So that's what I'll be working on right now. So let's see if I go to my utility, which is available on my GitHub. We have this grid cursor. I'm just going to drag this into world. See, it shows up right away. Let's take a look at this code real quick. You can see all it's doing is following the mouse, which I think that's probably okay for now. Later on, I'll add controller and keyboard support, but so this is going to need a signal. We're going to call it moved, and we're going to send out the position. And so I think what I'll do is, see, I could have it just bounce up to world, and then world can send that signal down to movement area. Or even better, let's do this. Let's just connect it, but we'll do it through world so that it's clear. So probably at the top, we're going to get a reference to grid cursor. And grid cursor dot move dot connect to movement area. That's going to be on grid cursor moved. We're going to copy that. Keep in mind, this isn't, I don't think I'm doing like a full-on tutorial anymore. I'm just kind of documenting what I want to document. So we'll make that function. I'll actually probably put it up above this. I try to think about the logical order. So we retype that. This is, we can't use position because that's overriding, so we'll just call it, actually I'm going to call this pixel position. No, we'll just call it yeah, we'll do that to be specific. Pixel position, and so when that moves, we need to convert that. It's going to be pixel position divided by cell size. And for now, let's just print the cell and see if we're getting that data. All right, so we can see my grid cursor is not set up for 16 by 16. The data is, but not the texture. And so all I have to do there is shunk and then run the game again. That should make more sense. So we can see it's working, but we're not getting that signal because I'm not sending it out. So what I want to do here is we're looking at global position. For now, it's funny, I just got a comment that like they think I use print methods too much. I should be using the debugger. So let's see, I mean, I don't know if this is really what I'd be using, but I know you can go to the remote scene. So let's make that person happy. That's all I want to do. We can see the positions printing out. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice. I think they're right. I should use print less. It's pretty annoying. But so since we know that's working, we can do our previous position vector 2 equals global position, and if global position is equal approx previous position, I'm going to change this to a not. Then we're going to do moved.emit and global position. And now we should be seeing that cell. Beautiful. So up here's 0, 0. Down here's like, yeah, 19, 20, 10, whatever. So basically, when I click on an actor, that's going to be selecting it. I'm not just going to do this automatically in here. So world can listen for the grid cursor to click, or is there a better way of handling that? I mean, I don't even know if I could use an area on the grid cursor. That might be a good way of doing it. Area, do I want that on the grid cursor? That could be nice because it'll handle our collision checking. Let's prototype that out. I don't have a ton of time today. This I will make a little bit smaller. Actually, let's just do 8 and 8. And then we're going to transform that to center. I don't know why the modulate's low. I'm not sure what happened. So the grid cursor has an area 2D. I think we could probably just use these. And so we can listen for actors. Body entered, as well as body exited. And I think we might be at the point where I actually want to extend this. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So this is going to listen for bodies. I think for now, let's just we probably want to send it up to world. Let's call it collision. That's fine. Okay. So now I want to send these up to world. And I should type these. We'll go do that in the grid cursor. So back here, we're just going to Bounce these up. It's not my favorite, but it should work fine. And then here, print the body. I only care about when it's entered. And so we'll be able to use that to print out the data. So right now it's colliding with everything. So we're going to do some collision layers. I think this is going to be called physics 2D. So generally I do that, and we have player, enemies, enemy, solid, players, enemies. What else? I think that's fine for now. So the grid cursor can now just, it's area 2D, which if we make this an area 2D, then we don't have to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna refactor real quick, and then we'll get to the proper collision. So I don't want that. I don't want this. What we want to do is make this the scene root. We're going to call this the grid cursor. We're going to detach that. We're going to give this the script. Now it's going to be an area 2D. And put this up front. Now we can go here, and the names are the same. So that's just a bit easier, I think. Make sure everything still works. I have to update my layers real quick, actually. Which I'm not going to do on the base one. I'm only going to do it for this instance. So it's going to listen, it's monitoring, and then we have to set the mask. So players and enemies. And now it should only pick them up. That's fine. Actually, let's give this class name. That's fine. All right. So it's not picking up anything. I think that's actually a bug. I remember this bug because of just working in Godot. You shouldn't need to have monitorable on, but you do. Okay, it's still not picking up. That's weird. Oh, we didn't set the actors to that. That's on me. So I think they can stay on solids. But up here, we also want to, let's modify this. Then I'll just get rid of that. And we're also going to set our collision layers else. Swap these. Also might just grab I guess we could do on ready. Yeah, why complicate it? So that should fix that. We're gonna probably have to reload world real quick. Hopefully those bugs go away. Color on base object of nil. Let me close it, make sure it's still self-modulate. Yeah, I think it doesn't like me doing that. So we'll just go back to this. I think this is getting called before that's ready. It wouldn't be because it's all the way up there, is it? Let me just see if that was the problem. I doubt it, but no. So back to actor, we're gonna try that. Close world. Okay, there we go. In general, I try to minimize the red text. And okay, we have collisions. Beautiful. So we're sending those cells up. And now we can use that to draw the arrow. Instead of in our movement, instead of using this, let's just take this real quick. We need not AStarGrid has point. We'll come back to that. This is going into the grid cursor now. We're going to give it a toggle. True by default. Don't worry, we'll update everything there. In here, I just want to make sure I turn that off. I have to fix the script first. So it's going to need this input delay. We're going to take that code and we're going to put it down here. And so if use mouse, we do this. And put that there. And we can return. Then down here, keyboard / D-pad directional. I might just use an else. I think it's more communicative. We can combine that like this. Nah. So that we get movement times cell size. This can be a constant. And we can throw this up top, keep the order proper. Oops. So that's fine. Just have to update these. Oops. And Pathfinder, we don't have a Pathfinder. So this is just going to be global position plus movement. Cell target. Actually, we don't really need all of that. Sorry, position plus equals movement times cell size. And then we emit, oops. I don't know if I need to use global, but we will for now. And that seems all good. We have to connect this up. Now let's look at you. You're not going to do this in process anymore. Let's take all this. And in fact, we don't need that Pathfinder, I don't think. We might. Yeah. So let's see what that looks like. So on grid cursor moved, cell target and print cell. I don't need to do that. Pixel target is no longer here, so it's going to be pixel position. And input delay, we're not using that anymore. We don't need the redraw. Let's see what happens there. Now we want to see the arrow updating. Beautiful. So I want to turn off that Pathfinder sprite as it's interfering with my cursor. We don't really need it anymore. Later on, this Pathfinder will probably be an arrow. So that's working as intended. Now maybe when I go off, maybe I want it to still try getting a partial path. And so I'll show you what that looks like. So now, okay, no, it's just still not working. So if we're out of range, weird. I would think that the partial path would work, but maybe it's because our AStarGrid does not extend out to there. So I'd have to modify that if I wanted that functionality. All right. So now that we're getting collision on these actors, we can easily print out their data. So if like down here I want to print out, okay, this guy has, X amount HP, this is their name, their class. Maybe we can see what they're holding and so on. We can see what terrain they're on. Yeah. And now if I go to my grid cursor, I want to test out keyboard controls. Let me get this back on. I'm guessing the mouse is like just way over to the left. Yeah. So input delay is not really set to the right speed right now. 5 maybe. That's still really fast. One shot. Maybe it just needs a reload. Are we not even checking it? Yeah, we never started. So that should fix that. Yeah, we probably go back to that one. Yeah. So if I wanted to fix this, I think what I'd have to do is twofold. One, we need partial paths to be true. And down here, when we set the region, what I'm going to do is turn that off. We're going to copy. Sorry, I need both of these. I'm going to try. Sorry, if I'm doing that, we can just take. Let me go back. So I think theoretically we can just get rid of all of that code. And up here, we can set this once, and instead of that, it's going to be vector 0, and it's going to be globals view size divided by global cell size. And so right now, that just means we're defaulting it to. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, game size. Yeah, that's what I call it here. That means we're defaulting it to the view of the window. And so that should work fine without a camera. I'm not getting this. I turned on partial path. I thought this would. Does that sound? Let's just try getting rid of that. See what shows up. I think now we just have to do. So I don't have to worry about this anymore. We can do if let's just do it all in one. I will do it that way. Resize to range. Let's see what that cannot be assigned of it. What? Why is that not working? Value of type int. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Okay. We have to do a new path resize. Let's see. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. And so we could always see the path to where we're trying to go. Oh, that's weird. How did that happen? So once I go out of bounds, it breaks. So I think if we bring that back in, that should fix that. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know if I like that. I don't feel like it needs to move while we're out there. So I think we do, this will be follow out of bounds. If follow out of bounds. Let's see. Oh no. Didn't I just turn that off? I think we need to check the size. If follow out of bounds, else something like that. Okay, yep. There we go. And if I toggle that back on, see how it falls around, but it doesn't exit. Okay. That's cool. So we have that, so we can test that. The collider, I might need that still because we need to add, for one, we need to add these guys to solid if they're enemies. Actually, they need to be solid either way. Because we can't land on an occupied tile, basically. Okay, so instead of, back to where we were, instead of that, also I don't need this anymore. Let's just get rid of that. So that is going to be when the grid cursor is selecting something. I don't know how much functionality I want to add to the grid cursor. So I want it to have a pressed. I think that's okay. You mean I could have just used the whatever. So let's try this. And oh. Try that. So pressed. I'm trying to think for clicks. I think we can do in like unhandled input. Event is input. Mouse button. Event. We do. We'll just do it and event button equals it'll be guess we can just send out pixel position for now. Yeah. Probably handle that input. Now in world, we want to access that, I think. Yeah. I don't even know if we need the position right now, because we can do this or like we can pass that through here. This body equals null. I think I'll double check here if highlighted actor equals body, because it might change to another body in that time. Then here, I think we'll just print highlighted actor is pressed. It's expecting more. What's wrong here? 1-0. So, okay, that makes sense. We don't have a selected actor. So here, if not selected actor, sure. Okay, and then so I pick one, and nothing's happening. So I'm guessing something's consuming that input. I'm gonna guess it's this big background. Go to mouse, we want ignore. And that might fix it right away. It did. So button on, let's take a look at this event. Button index. Boom. All right. So world, really what we want to do is highlighted actor dot select true. And yeah. Boom. Boom. We need to clear. Let's see. What do we need to clear? Selves traveled. We are clearing it down here. There's something I'm missing in that update. Get ID path. So it's telling me at line 33 that this is empty. Let's try or. You know what it is? I don't know, actually. So let's just do this. Sure, why not? All right, so we do that. It looks like we're not updating the, is there a start cell? Range, AStarGrid, selected actor. Are we not clearing the movement arrow? Maybe that's it. Let's start there and yeah, so the movement arrow is just not coming back. Let's see if there's something down here. Push back into typed array. What? I don't know. Why does it not like when we change targets? What am I missing? Pathfinder.position equals that. We're not modifying the grid. That's fine. Cells traveled append. Push back a variable of type vector2 into a type. So it's getting typed as vector2i. Cells traveled. I don't know what his problem is. Can I just convert it? Will that make it happy? Alright, boom. Alright, that fixed it. I don't know why that was an issue, but alright, this is pretty nice. I might want to reset this too. Let me look at this. No. That's okay. Maybe. That should clear it. Just think that looks better when it kind of like pops right away. Let's see if there's a way to do this here. Custom blend, maybe. Let's see. Custom speed is negative. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oops. Okay. If highlighted actor. So now I should be able to click anywhere and nothing happens. All right, really cool. If I remember right, this is kind of like where there's a Godot 3 tutorial. I think on that main Godot tutorials website. I forgot what it's called. But I'm pretty sure this is about as far as they got with it. I could be wrong. I wonder if I need to show their arrow because I can't control them. I'll have to do some play testing. Let's do this for now. Do I want to name them on the map? Probably. Now we'll just, oh, I can't do that. Actor name, just do that. And HP max int equals, like, I don't know, 10. And our HP. This has to be on ready, I think. Down here, if actor name dot is empty, then actor name equals. Let's do like equals like Felicia, John, Bogard, Chair, Tiffany, Amanda, Borgo. So we have some random names, and then we'll just do names dot pick. And I could make that static and then check if they're already chosen, but I don't really care. But just real quick, while I have a little more time, I want to get a GUI going. Make control. And make this full. It's going to fill the screen. I might just want to make this a margin container, actually. Change type, container. And call that margin. And then we want a VBox on a panel container for the VBox. We don't want this to expand like that. We want it like that. And once we give it some things, it should automatically expand like so. And so we can have name and HP. Yeah, something like that. And so we do like 00, name, Borgo, or just put Borgo. Change this to name. Change this to HP. Actor name. Call this actor data. Actor info. Yeah, we'll keep that because I might use actor data as a class. So call this GUI, give it a script, and it's going to need to access that panel container. Hold control as we drag that. After you click it, and then start dragging. So actor info, the GUI needs to listen for this. Or anytime we set highlighted actor, we just want to update that. So let's get a reference to the GUI. And down here, GUI dot update selected. Update that's fine. And we're just going to send through the body. Here, we're going to send through, well, I could do a set get on this. I kind of like that better. So let's see if I remember the functionality. And I think we put value in there. Highlighted actor equals value. And then GUI dot equals value. So that cleans that up a bit. We don't have to worry about it. The set get handles it. Now, what's your problem? Does this have to go down? Yeah, this has to go over. I keep doing that. So now we have to make that function in here. Actor. We know it's always going to be an actor. actor info. I could just pass this down. Do I want to do that? Actor info panel. That's good. I know I want to do show. Don't want to split this up. Let's do this. Info vbox equals child 0. It's fine. Actor info dot show. Actually, if not actor info dot hide and return. Else we get the info vbox and then info vbox dot. I don't really care about the names for now. Text equals actor dot name. String actor.hp plus that plus string actor.hp text. Something like that. And we want to make sure we hide on ready. Okay. We're not showing. Why is it not showing? Oh. Sorry, actor info.hide. Boom. 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 Cool. And when we select them, we probably want them to stay, their info to stay somewhere. If we look at some of these up in the top left, it seems to be what they do, which means we're going to say branches scene. I'm going to duplicate that. And this one I want to go into the top left. And actually I want to reorder these. This is going to be selected actor info. And highlighted actor info. So I have to update these. And probably, well, I do want to make these their own thing now. Which is okay. So now we're not going to worry about that. We're going to just pass that down. It's fine. Go to here for one, func ready. Hide. And we need func set actor. not actor we hide, we get rid of this. We can now just get references to these, easy peasy. And so we get rid of this. This is now actor name, HP. Just leave all of that. Boom, and back to the world. We now need set selected actor. Actor. That's that actor. And so world. That's highlighted actor. I just connect the GUI. It's going to be GUI. Double check that. That should be fine. All right. So highlight works. Selection not working. That's because the actor's not sending out. So self is there first. We'd have to disregard those. So I think in the world, we're not going to do that. We'll just do it down here. This can be either way, actually. I think. So if we click away, yeah, we're going to have to come up with another way to deselect them. All right, so that's not getting rid of it. Bogard, John, Felicia. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So we're probably pretty close to moving our actors. And that's as easy as sending them the list of points and then having them move through each of those. That's not complicated at all. And then once we have them move, we can bring up an options menu that'll be dynamic based on their surroundings. So maybe just for testing, I'm going to put this enemy right there. They are this one. And that way I'll be able to attack them on the first round, which will make my testing a bit easier. So we can move there and then we'll be able to test that. Maybe I'll actually just duplicate them. That's our first enemy that we'll be attacking. But I think that's a good spot to end. And also hide the hide these things for now. We're gonna just hide the whole GUI. And then just make sure we're showing it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your games are going. And if you want to support the making of new content, all you have to do is consider interacting with the channel. You know, throw a comment, throw a like. What's that S word? I forget. I mean, only if you want. If you like the content, but don't feel like you have to subscribe just to do it. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.